This is a real video for Kenichi, the mightiest disciple, OVA 8, 9, 10, and 11, plus a kind of like a hidden opening and endings and all that kind of stuff. So seeing, yeah, so basically, yeah, go watch my reaction in the description below, and then come back here to see my full thoughts and ideas and theories about all the OVAs and the entirety of the show and what's the theories on what's next, that kind of thing. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled what happened in these OVAs slash stuff. Remember, they are OVAs and there are not safe for work sort of esque material, a lot of fan service, that kind of thing. So just be careful where you watch it, in case you're worried about that kind of thing. Anyways, click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in the OVAs. Okay, so joining me as always is good old Try. He's here in chat. So yeah, so this means we are basically caught up with the anime. Oh gosh, so we have the manga to go next, basically. And I'm planning on just doing a review sort of stuff, and Try agreed with me too. When we joined the call, he mentioned it as well. Just me doing, chapter based stuff like reading the manga, whatever, of the stuff that we have to watch or read or whatever, and then doing like a review video, whatever. Like, this is what I watched, and this is what I think about it, kind of stuff. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. A while ago I had the thought of doing like live reactions and whatever for the manga, whatever. But yeah, and Try brought up the point that it might be against some kind of rules or whatever to do it. Also, not safe for work materials in the actual manga. Like, he said, it's full on nudity, so it kind of Jesus. So yeah, just expect. I said it in my reaction too, but don't expect it anytime soon. I'll gradually read some stuff, and if I have time, I'll read through like a whole arc if I can, or however. I don't even know how the setup is, but I'll do a bunch of them, and then I'll do a review of what I read basically. And I'll see if Try or somebody else or whatever can help me kind of group them in like a good order, so that way they know, or they can give me like a number to stop at to do a review at, in case it's like it just keeps going kind of thing. Like I would hate to kind of like read a bunch and then like go back to it later and read a bunch and then kind of forget where I was and that kind of thing. And I don't know. So I'll get help from my peeps helping me out and everything. The manga ended a while ago. Okay. So yeah, I think the chapters where the anime stops at. I don't know. I'd say just after the show. I'd say that. If anything, you can like maybe link to the specific pages or whatever that the anime didn't do. And then I can kind of flip through that to see what's different, kind of thing. But other than that, I'd say yeah, just flip or show me the chapter that's like right immediately after this, after they on the boat, kind of like leaving, whatever. That's kind of like where I'd probably start, and then later on I can do like or like bonus things or whatever. I can go back and read the bits that were different or whatever. Anyways, cool group of OVAs. The first one, 8, was all about the boxer guy getting a master. That was cool. Like, I didn't expect like have him like have his own like episode. Like, it was all his episode. It was just like everything for him. Like, he was finding his master, earning his master's trust, and then gaining omittance, or or like gaining an audience with him, and then like becoming his disciple, kind of thing. And he's such a really silly guy too as well, and he's definitely 100% using him for his own benefit. But I don't know. He seems happy. Like, it's his fighting style, so he's gonna learn good stuff. But like, he's being used more than anything. But yeah, so he seems like a he was like a cool character design too. So I'm surprised they showed him now above like everything. Um, I would have expected him to show up in the actual like anime, like the legit show, and then like you know then make an appearance in the OVA or something like that, right? Like the character design was really well done. Um, and the whole thing about him like losing an eye and messing up his leg, or maybe not losing an eye, but messing up his eye and messing up his leg, kind of thing. Thanks to the evil dojo, they attacked him or whatever. Or I think was it someone specific or was it just like the group? I guess at this point we don't know. Um, I feel like he just said like just in general like they did this to me or whatever. I don't think he's pointed out anybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and like I said, he's being used. But he seems happy about it. So as long as he's happy, I mean, I guess. But then the next episode, or OVA 9, we had the episode where Kenichi went to the underground fighting arena bit, whatever, and decided to fight there. And brought along his masters with them, who they all have experience with underground fighting, like 100%, like Apachai and everything. I loved how that entire time Apachai was just sitting there eating food, like he's just like having fun, just being in that like that place. I would think he'd like kind of dislike it because like wasn't he like forced to do it? Like I feel like that was like some kind of like underlining kind of like backstory that we got to see from Apachai was like he was forced to do underground fights, or at least he was in it, but he was forced to kill people slash like very very dark things to stay alive in the arena and everything. That's kind of like my impression of what we've learned from his backstory. And then the mercenary group picked him up after that or during that or whatever to hire him on. For unknown reasons, basically, other than to be just muscle. So I don't know. Anyways, it was cool to see the fights and everything. Kenichi's just like I think was it? No, it wasn't Apachai. Apachai didn't talk at all. I was gonna say the Apachai said this, but he didn't say anything about this. He had luck on his side this entire time. Like he the odds of his like the scoreboard whatever on the side kept saying like 300 to 1 kind of thing. Like he's gonna lose like type of odds, and then like he'd come in and just like wreck house on like one punch, or the 100% odds or whatever, he'd like kill him in like a flurry of moves and everything from like all the different types of fighting styles he does. And after that, I'm not sure what his winning streak after that was, but we only saw 300 and 100, and then I'm assuming it went down from there. Like, but yeah, it just kept going. Like he kept getting people jumping into the arena to try to fight him, and then he beat them, and then more coming in, and he beat them and beat them and beat them, and then he drew attention to the sub pros up on the balcony that were like overwatching the whole event or whatever, and the one girl who we know is part of the actual evil group arena, or not arena, evil group. Her and the luchador girl and the guy with the cape. I mean, he never talked like one bit, so I don't know about him. But them two stepped down basically to fight him, basically to fight Kenichi. Or I guess the girl did, if anything. And then it was kind of like revealed or whatever that he's like the disciple for our dojo. So then they got like all hyped up about like killing him or taking him out or whatever bad guys do. But basically, they're evil and they want to kill Kenichi / defeat him. Whatever. I full on believe they're gonna kill him or try to, anyways. But yeah, it was a cool episode, or a OVA. I guess an episode. I guess an episode. So after that, it was like episode 10, 11 were both like a two-parter basically of the prince. That was a pretty interesting episode because that was the first time I actually saw them fighting in snow, and I thought it was gonna be more so like more bits of like Kenichi saying like he can't fight in snow because of like he's never trained in snow before. So I would have liked to see like something of him like tripping or whatever. He couldn't do it properly like in snow like at first, and then like kind of overcoming that. But I guess he's strong enough to overcome it just by all the training that he has done to his body. He can walk through it easily. Remember how Miyu ran Kenichi over with the vehicle? Yeah. When he had that epic like jump off the cliffside, and then it cut to like a overhead like pan shot of him just smacking in the ground and Miyu driving the opposite way and then coming back and running over him, and then that was so funny. Jesus, Miyu had like, oh my god, that like both episodes I think, yeah, heavy freaking Miyu backstory. Like all of a sudden she just had like this hardcore fever once the blizzard hit, and then all of a sudden we learned that her mom died in a blizzard or something, right? Like something like that. Like we had a big old flashback with her and her mom, um, and her mom is saying something like, "I'm doing this to save you," or it was something similar to that. Like she's doing something to save Miyu from the weather. I would assume. Or maybe something else. I don't know. But I would assume the weather. And then Kenichi did the same thing when he threw Miyu in the boxcar, and then closed the gate. Basically, that like kind of threw some more memories into her mind, and made her kind of remember more, basically, of what her mom said. Uh, so that was actually really cool. Like we got to see a little bit of her mom. I mean, not a lot, but like, I mean, I'm trying to remember back if she actually was hooded or not. I think she was just like in a dress. Like I don't think she was like anything like covering her face at all. I mean, obviously it's probably going to be like drawn a certain way so you can't actually see her face properly. I have to go back and watch that bit again to see if we do get to see her face at all. But yeah, it was really cool. I mean, because we never see. Oh no, we did. I guess we did get to see something of her mom in one of the other OVAs. Was it the OVA when they went to go see the grave? Didn't they show like a picture or something, like a quick kind of like fade of her mom? I feel like they did. Shoot. I might be remembering some kind of like ending credit sequence or something, but I could have swore they did something with Miyu's mom. I guess not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, it was a cool episode. I liked it a lot. Or two part OVA. It was really cool. The Prince dude was a dick. Obviously highborn, just like went to his head immediately. Saying like commoner this, commoner that. You shouldn't be, here or whatever. This or that and all that kind of crap, and then Kenichi just wrecking house and just like did that, have like this new kind of fighting technique of with his fists, and just like he can dodge things very quickly, and it's a mix of offense and defense at the same time. Like he can kind of like quickly like defend or attack in this stance that we never learned, or we never got to see him actually learn it off camera, or whatever, or on camera, I should say. It was an off camera kind of like teaching lesson that he got taught this. So we never get to see any kind of technique or something like that on screen. But yeah, it's really cool. Like he would punch, and then the Prince would like go and punch. He'd block the punch or grab the punch, I would say, and then like the Prince would like move his arm around to go like do like an elbow bash or whatever, and he grabbed the elbow with his other hand. Like he got it down. Like he was like he was grabbing all like dodging, like countering like all of his techniques and everything. I mean, he still got hit here and there, but like ultimately he did pretty good. And then doing a lot of throws and that kind of thing. It was actually kind of funny because like the Prince kept throwing him back downstairs. So it reminded me of like the I had the high ground sort of like meme or whatever. Just like he's up there on the stairs, and every time he goes up there, he gets knocked back down the stairs, kind of thing. And then near the end, Kenichi threw him down the stairs, which in turn made him hit a barrier, and then or the railing, and then he did it one more time. I think one more time, and then the railing broke the second time, and that's when they kind of fell off, or not fell off totally, but he grabbed on the ledge and held on there for a while, and then Kenichi got taken with him later. But it was actually pretty interesting to see. Oh yeah, is that her mom? Yeah, I think it's. I could have sworn her hair was blue though, like in the cutscene for, or yeah, in the flashback in episode 9 and 10, or no, sorry, 10 and 11. Um, I thought her hair was like a bluish kind of color. I could be remembering wrong. It might have been her dress, maybe. I think her dress was blue, or like a very cyan, like hardcore light blue kind of deal. Um, Maybe that I'm remembering. Anyways, that's pretty much what I remember from the other OVA was that scene. So I guess we didn't get to see her. Just briefly. I mean, not really see her, just her hair and her lips. I mean, yeah. You can't really see somebody like that. Like whenever I see somebody, you probably like have to see like their eyes and their like the whole front face kind of thing. But yeah. Anyways. It was cool to see Kenichi kind of fight the guy, the prince dude, who was a disciple of this demigod. Was that what he called himself? Like he was demigod fist something or demon fist? I feel like he was a demon something. He wore like a demon mask kind of thing, something like that. Yeah. I loved that saying that he did. The guru. When he was up on the cliffside at the very end before he summoned the avalanche, the king kept, or the prince kept saying, "I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king," and the guy said, "If you're a king, then I am a god." And it's like, oh damn! Like I loved how he threw that in there, and then he did like his scream maneuver thing, that summoned the avalanche from on high. Um, it was actually pretty interesting that he actually refused Kenichi's help. Um, do you think the prince dude died? I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like it was interesting how he refused Kenichi's help to get on the damn it. Uh, why did I forget the name of the freaking? Oh my god. Snowmobile. There we go. Why did I forget that? Oh my god. Anyways, he refused help to get on the snowmobile to leave, like to save his life, kind of thing. He ended up grabbing Kenichi and like just chucking him over at the snowmobile, and then him just sitting there taking it, like like a boss, like 100%. Um, I think he did die, but like at the same time, like I can definitely see them being like, nope, he's not dead, or whatever. I mean, if he's like a hardcore disciple, I'm sure, like Kenichi, I'm sure he can survive an avalanche, if anything, and then just get out of there alive, kind of thing. But I don't know. I would think to some degree killing a prince is somewhat frowned upon. So I'm wondering if the guru um, is going to get flack for that, or any kind of like um, hate towards trying to kill his own disciple kind of thing. But I don't know. Anyways, what else happened after that? Yeah, they decided to, or they left. They survived. They went back to the dojo. Everything's all good to go. It turns out the evil group. Okay, one thing actually. Trey, I'm gonna ask you this: is it Yomi or Yami? Because I've seen both those words being said towards the actual evil dojo, and I'm wondering which one's which. Like, and what do each mean? Like, I'm assuming Yomi or whatever is the actual name of the dojo, but then what's Yami mean? Is that the other something? I don't know. I was way confused in the actual show because I kept thinking like I kept thinking Yami, Yami is the actual name of the dojo, but then someone said Yomi, and then someone else said Yami, and then like just kept like kind of back and forth, like they kept switching back. So I was like hardcore confused. Yomi is a subgroup. Okay, filled with Yami disciples. All right, so Yami is the actual group. Yomi is the sub. Okay, got it. Understood. It's so weird that did they explain that in the show, or was that just something that? Because I don't think I ever like realized that. Like I'm oh I probably just read over it or something accidentally or whatever. They probably said it in the show. I guess maybe I don't know. Trying to see what Try says. I feel like they probably explained it, but it's something you pick up on. Okay. Anyways, it was a cool group. And then or cool OVA, the two-part kind of episode. But the very finale of 11 was all about this kind of invitation by Yami to invite our dojo to go to this kind of like tournament, kind of fighting arena, kind of bit. It seems like, and multiple other dojos are going. Um, so it's basically like any other anime out there doing a tournament arc, basically, which is gonna be super interesting to find out how it ends and that kind of thing, or how it turns out, I should say. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. They're on a boat right now, and the alliance. What crap? What they called again? The alien dude. What's his alliance called again? Shoot. Uh, I want to say like Shinpaku. There you go. I got the Shin down, but like I kept saying like Shingi or I don't know why Shingi. Why Shingi? What? Is Shingi even a word? What the heck? I don't know. Anyways, Shinpaku Alliance, they're going to the arena as well, I guess, or something. They're gonna like probably Shingi sounds like a much maybe I don't know. Anyway, so the Shinpaku Alliance is going with our dojo to go to the arena event slat thing arc, whatever you want to call it. So that's gonna be interesting to see if they how far they get. Like, because I know they're not on par with Kenichi. Kenichi's right now. Well, I mean, genuinely, Kenichi has beaten every single member of the Shinpaku Alliance, so they're not on par with him yet. But I would think the boxer guy would probably get very close, if not about to get there to that point. But I still think Kenichi has that kind of like motivation to push him through anything, um, type deal. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see if they ever touch on who's the strongest kind of thing. Like if Kenichi goes up against like anybody in the Shinpaku Alliance, like they're definitely 100% one gonna be freaking out because it's Kenichi again. Um, and they're just like either like pass or like just something like towards Kenichi. Um, if they ever do get paired up together, if it is like a genuine normal arena arc, tournament arc kind of thing, 1v1 sort of stuff, maybe team battles. I don't know. I wouldn't see a team like 2v2 maybe, but that even seems like weird. I would say 1v1 definitely for sure. Yeah, Takeda, yeah for sure. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to who the pairings would be. Obviously, I don't think the leader, the alien guy in the Spec Alliance, he's not gonna fight like one bit. He's just gonna be like the coach, like on the sidelines, like kind of telling people what to do, giving info and all that kind of stuff, like he normally does, basically. And then trash talk, basically every single fighter. um, so yeah. Do you think you will see Odin or Berserker ever again? Maybe they might be there. I don't know. I would assume so, because isn't their master Odin's master? Isn't he like part of Yomi, um, or Yami? I guess would he be Yomi or Yami? There we go. Yeah, yeah, he is one. Okay, yeah, he is one of the nine shadow fists. So, yeah, yeah. So I mean, he's part of the Yami group, and so I'm 100% Odin's gonna be there. um, but Berserker's seemingly changed. Yeah, that's true. But again, seemingly, he could have been like in a way forced slash um pushed back into the group, like by Odin or anybody else of Yami, um, slash Yomi, whatever. I would 100% believe Odin's gonna come back, like in this next kind of like tournament arc, whatever thing. 100% he's gonna be there. But I don't think he's gonna be the same person that we've seen. I still feel like he's going to change. Um, because when he went all out on Kenichi, um, in the actual episodes at the very finale section, um, our masters kept saying like this is bad, like what he's doing, like the whole yin yang kind of states of mind. He's pulling both of them at the same time to do this kind of technique, and it's kind of like it's bad for your body. Um, yeah, his body like imploding kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. So I feel like his mind might be altered, like hardcore, like from what we saw previously of him. And his master, I believe, said himself that like he needs to do this kind of thing. Like he's like his master wanted him to do it, because I believe he did it himself. I think his master did it as well. And that's kind of what my thoughts are like. That's what made him so kind of psycho, because like he went into that state and just kind of like either once or multiple times. So I would assume his master saw he can do this is like this state kind of thing, and then just like is probably like training him in this new state and like messing with his mind and like altering it so beyond normal that like he's gonna be a different person by the time we see him again. I would assume. So yeah. But on the side of Berserker, I mean, if he was forced slash talked into joining again, I would probably see him there too. But like again, like he might give up on this whole endeavor and want to go do his own thing after this. But I don't know. I think Kenishi's match to say something like the Great Sage was letting Odin do that so you can see what would happen. Pretty much, yeah, yeah. Assume he's a tester of that. I would assume. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty much the deal. Because like his master was obviously watching the whole end fight with the finale and everything. So I don't know. I don't think he would be like Odin go fight Kenichi and go in the state and then fight him kind of. I wouldn't think he'd just go outright and be like do this do that kind of thing. Like I don't think so. I would assume he taught Odin this like a while ago or however many bits ago, whatever it is, like technique whatever, and then let Odin choose for himself to do it, like go into the state himself. That's what I would think what was happening. It was Odin's decision to go into the state, and then from there, the Great Sage was like, yes, just like feel the power, kind of thing, like hardcore like Sith moment basically. Um, so yeah, I mean the Great Sage, like I said, I feel like he taught Odin this power, and then just let Odin decide when to use it or go into the state to feel his ultimate power, and then so on and so forth. And then, but what I'm saying, like now, like bits between like now and or before when we last saw Odin till we see him again, I'm assuming the Great Sage is like making him do that state over and over again to get better at it slash figure out how to do it better or whatever, train in that state, so that way when he fights Kenichi again, he can do that state more easily and not blow his body up or whatever. And I'm assuming that makes his mind warp and like twist and like all this kind of stuff. So he might not be the same person that you've seen before. Might be more evil, more like bloodthirsty, more so than usual kind of thing. I mean, he was into fighting, but like he was a little bit proper about it. Like he wasn't like berserker like in his state, like when he kept getting mad, like just like hardcore, just like, you know, red eyes, everything. Like Odin wasn't like that really. Like he was very proper and very elegant in the way he fought. So if we see him again, I'm sure he's gonna be kind of on like more of a bloodthirsty sort of like, you know, angry sort of state. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. So yeah, I feel like that's it. I don't think there's anything. Maybe the opposite. What do you mean, like him being like just super no emotions kind of thing? Yeah, it could have injured his body. They couldn't do a certain punch or certain kick or type of technique, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like if that would have happened, if that happened, I feel like the sage would just like know a way to fix his body up, right? Just like our dojo knows how to do like the acupuncture and like body clicks and like all this kind of stuff to like fix a person's body back together. I feel like the Great Sage has something very similar, if not just like technology on their side to do something to heal him if he was that injured. They have resurrected Kenichi from the dead a lot of times. Yep. Yeah, for sure. But like the Yami group have like money. Like they have a lot of money. They have a lot of technology. They have yachts and like planes, helicopters. They have all that. They got the cash to do anything they want. So if someone was hurt on their side and they needed like some money to repair them, they have the means to do it. So that's kind of what I think, anyways. So I don't know. It could be either way. I mean, we could see him with some kind of injury, maybe some kind of scar on his body somewhere, like that didn't heal properly, or is like a reminder of what that state did. Um, Different mood, that kind of thing. But who knows? I don't know. Hopefully we actually do get to see him in the manga. Again in the tournament arc, whatever like that. But like I said, I for sure believe he's gonna be there, seeing how he is part, or he's still with the Great Sage. The Great Sage is part of Yami, so there's no doubt all the Yami dudes have all their disciples go there and test their skill in the tournament as well or whatever. So no doubt we're gonna see him again. Anyways, I feel like that's it. Is there anything I missed, or did I need to talk about to try? Feel like that's everything. Yeah. So reminder, I'll be doing reviews for Kenichi manga stuff. Some kind of like after a bunch of chapters I read or whatever, I'll do like a video about like what my thoughts on it so far, kind of thing. I'm not gonna do any kind of showing on video about the actual chapters, like throwing up pictures, whatever like that. I mean, maybe certain scenes if I need like context on like something, like if I have a hard time explaining something, I'll probably throw up like an image of like what I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna go through each and every page of the manga to show you what I was thinking about certain things, kind of thing, because I would feel like that would be against rules and also not safe for work images and that kind of thing, hindering those kind of videos. And also it's not my style too. I'm more of a video reaction sort of channel, not a manga reaction channel. I mean, I haven't never done it before, so if you want stuff like that, go watch Tommy. He's a good friend of ours. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Yep, tune in next week for Tokyo Ghoul. 24 episodes, I think, plus the Tokyo Ghoul Route A, I think, right? Is that the other thing added on to it? It was like Tokyo Ghoul, and then there was like Tokyo Ghoul Or season 2. Okay. Yeah, so season 2 Tokyo Ghoul. That'll be replacing Kenichi. And that'll be done in like maybe I would guess maybe like 2 months, I think. And then next show after that, basically. Uh yeah, 24 is combining both seasons. Yeah. I was wondering like the name of the season 2 on the actual docket it said like Route A or something next Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know. Anyways, expect that next week and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Triumph, for all the help with this show. Giving me all time codes and telling me when to watch openings and all that kind of stuff. It was a huge help. Big thank you to you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you guys in manga reviews / other shows that I do on my channel. Take care, everybody.